Hi all and welcome to this video series for exam AZ900 Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. My name is Amit Kumar and I am Microsoft Certified Azure Solution Architect. AZ900 is the exam that tests on foundational level knowledge of cloud concept and Azure services. Microsoft official documentation says candidates for this exam should have foundational knowledge of cloud services and how those services are provided with Microsoft Azure. The exam is intended for candidates who are just beginning to work with cloud-based solutions and services or are new to Azure. Microsoft AZ900 exam covers a basic understanding of cloud concepts including core Azure services, security, privacy, compliance, and trust, as well as Azure pricing and support. In order to pass this exam, you must have clear understanding of the core benefits of cloud computing and various cloud models. You should be well acquainted with available cloud services in Azure and their purpose. You also must have clarity about the general concepts of Azure governance like subscriptions, management groups, Azure policies, Azure resource groups, role-based access controls, etc. This short video will serve as a comprehensive guide providing complete details about AZ900 Microsoft Azure Fundamental Certification Exam and how to prepare to crack the certification. In this video, I am going to cover basic information about the exam, how much does the exam cost, what does the exam look like, what skills are measured during the exam, and how to prepare for the exam. This exam guide will give you all the information you need to pass the exam. I suggest if you follow this comprehensive study guide, this will help you in your exam certification preparation and you will pass the exam on the first attempt. Okay, so let's start with exam basic information. What are the prerequisite of Microsoft Azure AZ900 exam? As I have already mentioned, Azure AZ900 is the fundamental level of Azure cloud certification. It is very light exam compared to many other role-based exam, means associate or expert level exam from Microsoft. This exam does not require any experience in cloud. Yeah, if you have any basic IT knowledge, then it will be helpful to understand cloud concept. Like most of the Azure exams in AZ900 also you can expect 40 to 60 questions and you will get 85 minutes to complete the exam. There will be different format of questions like short answers, multiple choice, drag and drop, hot area, etc. in your exam. You can answer any number of questions in the exam. There won't be any penalty for giving incorrect answers. Yes, you don't get a score for wrong answers. That's it. This exam will cost you 99 USD or equivalent in your currency plus VAT. This exam fee is subject to change with the location from where you are taking the exam. You can schedule your online exam with Pearson VUE. Students are eligible for a fee reduction if you go to the AZ 900 page and you will see the link for student exam registration and you will get that discount. While recording this video, Microsoft is also giving discount for job seekers impacted by COVID-19. You can book exam only for $15 if you are a job seeker and you have been impacted by COVID-19. But this exam is for now in March 2021. It could be changed later. Also, you can receive a voucher allowing you to sit exam free if you attend Microsoft Azure Virtual Training Day Fundamental. Now, how the exam scoring work for AZ900? You need to get a total of 700 marks to pass this exam out of 1000. The candidate who will receive marks less than this figure will be considered as fail. You will get your exam result within a few minutes after the exam completion. Normally, maybe it can take some hours, but yeah, usually it's just after completion of the exam. For a detailed scorecard, it will take some time, maybe in few hours or maybe in 24 hours by next day. You need to wait for that. Your scorecard can contain many details including your overall performance in the exam, pass or fail status, a bar chart showing performance in key areas of the exam, and also instruction on how to interpret your exam results. Exam cancellation policy. If you cancel or reschedule an appointment at least 6 business days before the exam, there will be no charges for the cancellation reschedule. If the cancellation rescheduling happens within 5 business days, you will be charged a nominal fee, but If you fail to reschedule, cancel the appointment before 24 hours, or you could not appear for the exam, the entire fee will be forfeited. Exam retake policy. If you attempt this exam and could not pass for the first time, you need to wait for at least 24 hours before the exam retake. Microsoft don't allow you to book a exam straight away and give it the second attempt the same day. If this happened to you for the second time, the waiting time for the next exam can extend to 14 days and for the next attempt as well. In this way, you can take a maximum of 5 retakes in a year. The exam course includes 6 domains. You need to know about these modules before your AZ900 exam preparation. The percentage against each domain represents its weightage in the exam. Example, cloud concept has 20 to 25% weightage. What it means is that you will get 20 to 25% of exam questions from this domain. Also, these domains are divided into subtopics to provide further insight about the exam course. You should tailor your study plan around these exam topics to achieve this certification. First domain is cloud concept, which has a weightage of 20 to 25%. This domain covers 3 topics. You should be able to identify the benefits and consideration of using cloud services. This will include high availability, scalability, elasticity, agility, and disaster recovery. Also, you should be able to identify the differences between CapEx, capital expenditure, and OpEx, operational expenditure. You also need to know about the consumption-based model, shared responsibility model, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Lastly, you must describe the differences between types of cloud computing, public, private, and hybrid cloud. Next domain is core Azure services, which has weightage of 15 to 20%. In this domain, you will go through the core Azure architectural components. This will include describing the benefit and usage of regions and region pairs, availability zones, resource groups, subscriptions, management groups, and Azure Resource Manager. You also need to know the benefit and usage of virtual machines, Azure App Services, container instances, Azure Kubernetes services, and Windows Virtual Desktop. This domain also covers topics like virtual networks, VPN gateway, virtual network peering, and express route, various type of storage, blob storage, disk storage, file storage, and different storage tiers. Also need to know the benefit and usage of Cosmos DB, Azure SQL database, Azure database for MySQL, Azure database for Postgres SQL, and SQL managed instances, and the benefits and usage of Azure Marketplace. Third section is core solutions and management tools on Azure. This section has a weightage of 10 to 15%. In this domain, you need to understand the benefits and usage of Internet of Things, IoT Hub, IoT Central, and Azure Sphere. Also, the benefits of Azure Synapse Analytics, HD Insight, and Azure Database. You also need to learn Azure Machine Learning. What is Azure Machine Learning, Cognitive Services, and Azure Board Services. Serverless computing solutions, including Azure Functions and Logic Apps, benefits and usage of Azure DevOps, GitHub, Git Actions, and Azure Dev Test Labs. You also need to know that about various Azure management tools like Azure Portal, Azure PowerShell, Azure CLI, Cloud Shell, and Azure Mobile App. The functionality and usage of Azure Advisor, Azure Resource Manager, ARM templates, Azure Monitor, and Azure Service Health. Next section is general security and network security features, which has a weightage of 10 to 15%. This domain is focused on the Azure security features like Azure Security Center, including policy compliance, security alerts, security score, and resource hygiene, Key Vault, Azure Sentinel, Azure Dedicated Host. You also need to know about Azure Network Security, the concept of defense in depth, the functionality and usage of Network Security Group, NSGs, Azure Firewall, and Azure DDoS protection. Next domain is identity governance, privacy, and compliance features. This domain also has a weightage of 20 to 25%. In this domain, you need to learn about core Azure Identity Service, which includes differences between authentication and authorization, Azure Active Directory, conditional access, multi-factor authentication, MFA, and single sign-on. You also need to know about Azure governance features like role-based access control, functionality and usage of resource tags, Azure policy, Azure blueprints, and also the cloud adoption framework for Azure. You need to know about privacy and compliance resources. The more about the Microsoft core tenets of security, privacy, and compliance. Purpose of the Microsoft privacy statement, product term site, and data protection addendum (DPA). You need to know about the purpose of the Trust Center, Azure compliance documentation, Azure sovereign regions, which includes Azure government cloud services and Azure China cloud services. Last domain is Azure Cost Management and Service Level Agreement. This domain has a weightage of 10 to 15%. In this, you need to focus on methods for planning and managing costs. You should be able to identify factors that can affect costs like resource types, services, locations, ingress and egress traffic. Also, you need to know about the factor that can reduce costs like reserved instances, reserved capacity, hybrid use benefit, spot pricing, etc. You need to know about the functionality and usage of the pricing calculator and the total cost of ownership TCO calculator. You need to know about the functionality and usage of Azure cost management, Azure service level agreement, SLAs, and service life cycles. Also, you need to be able to define the purpose of an Azure service level agreement SLAs and about the identify actions that can impact an SLA like availability zone. You need to know about the service life cycle in Azure public preview and general availability. Now, as you have already gone through all the domains in AZ900 exam course, you need to prepare your study plan. The preparation for an exam determines the result of the exam, so it becomes very important to prepare well. If you want to pass the AZ900 certification exam in the first attempt, so there are tons of resources to help with your exam preparation. Microsoft Learning Platform is the first one which is recommended by Microsoft, and it's an online platform which provides learning path and modules you can read at your own pace for free. This portal is the best and my favorite resource to start on any Azure exam preparation. Just search on Google AZ900 or Azure Fundamental and you can find the page for AZ900 as well in this portal. You will find everything you need to know about this exam in this portal, including exam registration option, details on AZ900 exam modules, links to fundamental study material, exam prerequisite, exam study groups, links to exam policies and exam structure, etc. In addition to all this is one of the few places where you can get any changes in the exam, all the important updates, either exam schedule changing, module changes, pricing changes, etc. Second is the Microsoft documentation. In Microsoft Azure documentation, you can easily locate the page dedicated to Azure Fundamental. You can study concepts such as agility, disaster recovery, elasticity, fault tolerance, high availability, etc., which are essential in any cloud ecosystem. From Microsoft documentation, you can also learn a lot more stuff, including Azure account creation, Azure network options, storing applications in Azure Blob Storage, automation of Azure tasks using PowerShell. So basically means any of the topic after means if you will go through Microsoft Learning Platform and then any of the topic you want to cover separately, just search it in the Microsoft documentation and you will find some really good article or blog on that. And next one is the instructor-led training provided by Microsoft. So in this, for any certification, you can book instructor-led training from the Microsoft Learning portal. You can find such training for the AZ900 exam too. The course covers all the modules in the main AZ900 exam syllabus that we discussed earlier. Like the main exam, there is no prerequisite for taking this exam, although it recommends general IT knowledge. If you are interested in learning Microsoft Azure fundamental course through online trainings, I am releasing various videos regularly which will cover all the topics we have discussed in all 6 domains. Please subscribe to the channel and you will get notifications about all the new video releases. With this, I'll say that practice tests are really wonderful way to analyze your competence and skills in a particular domain. I'll recommend Wizlab practice test or practice test by Scott Duffy on Udemy. At last, I think the best thing that you can do after this video guide is to open a free Azure trial and play with all those Azure features. You can read Azure service overviews, practice on your own with the skills outline, follow the tutorials on Microsoft Learn, and you should not have any problem with the exam. Let me know in the comments if you think I missed anything in this guide, and best of luck for your exam.